Hey guys, Thundera here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notifications bell so you won't be seeing my other videos. Today, we're back and we're building, so let's get to it. Okay, so we are doing another one pack build, and we're on James Turner's website, so let's see what we get. Discover University. Okay, so we are building on the Honeydew Fields lot in Brightchester, which is the world that you get with Discover University. I did decide to go a little bit more than starter home vibes with this, so I don't know. The one pack builds are supposed to be fun for me and just to try and discover new stuff that I've never really used. And personally, trying to keep it inside of a budget, it's not been working for me, so I don't think I'm going to keep them inside of a budget. I don't want them to keep being a starter home. I think I'm just going to go with it, because that to me feels like it would be better. So it is 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. I built it for students. Like, it's not on the gallery as a student house, but I did build this for like students to live in and everything. And I did sort of want to keep a sort of budget in mind, so I did change to where I had a person playing with this. You will see, I was trying at first to keep it a starter home, but I wanted it to stay the 3 bedroom, 2 bath. You will see as we go, I do give myself more and more and more money. So it ends up being 35,197 simoleons. Not bad actually for a 3 bedroom, 2 baths with all the other stuff, like with the kitchen, dining, living room, all that. So I don't think that's too bad. It's 2 stories, as you could tell. I personally think it is fine. So yeah, it will be available for download on my gallery. My ID is Thundera Shadow. And I did use as much Discover University as I possibly could in this. So this stone is from Discover University. It's really pretty. And then also this stone is also from Discover University. And I really wanted it to be on this like little bump out over here. I just felt like that was going to be necessary. So yeah. And then this door is, again, Discover University. If it's not Discover University, it's going to be base game here. So that's all that I used here on this house. It's just Discover University and base game. I did try to use as much, if there was something from Discover University that I felt like I could use, I did try to use it. So these windows are from there. I did end up using a couple of different styles and sizes from Discover University. I just really, honestly, it felt like even the ones without the shutters felt like they fit with the ones with the shutters. So I didn't really feel like they were out of place or anything. So that's why I went with them. But yeah. And then just kind of trying to figure out where I want windows, where I don't want windows, that sort of stuff. The house does is shrinking a bit. But yeah. I was trying not to go too incredibly high on budget. But we do have those windows there, and then just kind of trying to figure out, because I did want a window somewhere up in this hallway, but I honestly at this point had kind of forgotten that I was going to make the walls around the stairs into like fences anyway, so yeah. And then this, I think this is supposed to be carpet tiles, but to me it just looks like a really fun wood tile, so that's what I'm going with, is that it's wood. And I put that in majority of the spaces, but there was no tiles, so I did put some base game tile in the rest of the spots. And then I was going to use these doors, but I just did not like them. So I did just go with base game doors for the rooms that needed doors. And then just going back to the wallpaper, base game or Discover University wallpaper is in everywhere except for the kitchen and the bathrooms, because it did not have any thing that would fit, in my opinion, for that. So just gonna go with some base game for those 3 spots. And honestly, this house kind of came together. There is still spots for you to be able to personalize for your Sims and to make it more about what your Sims need. But it's got a fairly decent kitchen, fairly decent sized kitchen, I should say. Just gonna grab trash cans and everything. I don't know, this house just really came together so well. It kind of shocked me. So, but yeah, putting in the stove, the refrigerator, and then we needed lights. I really did not realize that I did not have any lights. But there are also like no nice hanging lights from Discover University. Like, I know there is one, but I didn't like it, so yeah. All the lights are base game. All the hanging ones. So, there's like 3 different types as well, so yeah. Then I was going to go with this Discovery University fencing for around the staircase. However, it does not have a matching railing. And I didn't like that, so I am going to change it. I'm just trying to match the railing to the stairs at this point. Trying to get the right color at least, or close to it. But, yeah. And then just going to put this, trying to match the colors at least a little bit. As close as we could possibly get. And then as far as the bathroom, this one down here, I'm going to shrink it just because it did not need to be that big. And then just going to go shrink the roof. Again, did not need to be as big as it had been, so yeah. And then just kind of looking at everything, I was like, I think I could shrink some of this upstairs as well. Again, I was trying to stay in budget, but then, like halfway through, I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, just kind of turning the toilet, putting in the sink. We've got the shower that is from Discovery University. Putting in a mirror, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, towel, toilet paper, all of that. And then again, just gonna shrink a couple of things. You know, as one would do with a house. And it did get rid of my fridge and stove when I did that, but I was not totally unhappy with that because it kind of gave me a better way of doing it. I don't have any clutter in the kitchen. Honestly, if it's student housing, I just did not really know. I didn't want to personalize anything too terribly much just because of the fact that I did not know, like, if this is going to be a term-by-term rental, if it's going to be, I didn't know what kind of students, like how long they would be living here or anything. So I really just did not want to personalize too terribly much because I did not know how long anybody was going to be there. But I do get in a couple of towels upstairs just because of the fact that there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, so I can see 2 people using it. But I don't think they're going to have personalized color towels, so they're all just going to be brown. And then right here, I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of running out of money very fast, and I don't want to have to skimp on anything. I don't want to have to shrink anything else. I kind of like the size of everything, so I'm just going to give myself more money. So we got the TV, the rug, the couch. We're going to get a couple of chairs that match the color. I don't know why for like the regular spaces I went for brown. The rest of it is kind of fun, but like fun colors because you got the yellow, the blue, the pink, but then I just kind of went brown here. So yeah. Then just kind of trying to figure out what else I could put in here because this is, yeah. And then I brought in the color with that picture. That picture is so fun. So pretty. And then I just kind of wanted to get rid of the underside of the staircase, but it was going to get rid of my window. So I had to move the window and then delete the staircase. And honestly, I did not notice it until I was doing the terrain paint. You could see the railing on the outside of the house. And I did not know that, so you might want to put a tree there to hide it. I don't really know if it has something to do with the window or what, but yeah. Personally, I don't really mind it being there. Like, you're gonna have stuff like that anywhere anyway, so I don't really mind it too much, but it is there. So if you do mind it, maybe try moving the window, see if that fixes it. If not, you may have to just put a tree there. But just getting some artwork around the place and then some curtains. I really like these from Base Game for these windows. They're just kind of, I don't know, they kind of work. They don't look like they're going to cover anything, but they kind of work to me. And then I just decided to get rid of that window. I know it's going to look weird from the outside, but I felt like that was okay. And again, I'm giving myself more money. I just wanted more money. This room is probably the smaller of all of them, so it just has a single bed in it. And we just got the bed, the dresser, the nightstand. We're going to get a lamp from Discovery University. And then just looking for a rug. I know that this is supposed to be carpet tile or whatever, but I'm treating it as if it was like a wooden floor or something like that. And like I said, I did not want to personalize too much, so I just put up like these generic, I think they're design drawings or something. Not really certain, but that's all really for that room. And then in the pink room, I did put in 2 beds. So you can have 2 Sims in the pink room. Or you could take a bed out and put something else, whichever way you want to play. And then I needed a bit more room in here so I could have the dressers and stuff. So I do put in these dressers. We're going to get lamps, again, the same lamps from Discover University. Just going to put a plant on the one dresser, and then on the other one I get the books, because at this point we did not have any books or anything. And then just trying to figure out about a rug. That was a fun thing to try and figure out which rug would look best, and I decided to go with this white one and just kind of make sure it was where both beds would be able to use it. And then I think, yeah, curtains. I just put these pink ones. I mean, it's a pretty pink room, and then just kind of like a couple pink pictures. That was all it really needed. Again, I'm not trying to personalize the rooms too terribly much, just trying to get it to where it's enough. And I did decide to go ahead and do the curtains in the blue room, and then I changed that window to this window. Got these curtains, but then there was really no curtains for this long window, so I just left it. Just trying to figure out what else I could put in here, and I realized that there was really no space for desk to do like some studying and stuff. There are no computers, so if you want your sim to have computers and you want your sim to live here, you're gonna have to bring computers with you or buy them when you get here or whatever the case is. But and again, I did not want to personalize desks too much, but I did put out like someone's been studying there. And then just kind of looking for a rug that could cover both. Like, it would look weird with 2 rugs side by side, so I just kind of wanted one that would cover both of them, but I could not really figure it out, so I just kind of left it and just decided not to do it. And then these beds were interesting to try and fit in, because I wanted 2 in here, so it would sleep a total of 5 Sims in this house. That feels like a good number for student university housing. And then just going to get the 2 dressers. So I did the beds like this, so I could actually get the dressers in, I could get the nightstands in, and just trying to play off the colors of the floor as well. Got in a little bit of this mint. I did originally put these lamps in as this dark green, but I do change it to the blue. I just felt like the blue was probably better. And then trying to figure out what to put on top of their dressers. So I put some books on this one, and then the other one I'm going to go and grab one of those. It kind of looks like a Funko Pop, but it's for this thing. It's from Discover University. It kind of looks like a Funko Pop with a big head. So yeah. And then just going to go and grab a rug. And I realized I hadn't used any Discover University rugs. So I put that green one in there, and that kind of looked really well. Then just needing some sort of, I did save the game here because I did not want it to crash, and I had not saved it all. So just going to put out a couple of pictures. Again, just trying to figure out what to put where. Not want to personalize this too much. Putting out a couple of pictures in this hallway. I actually put out 2 of this one picture just in different swatches. So yeah. And then I think that was all that, yeah, that's all that's inside. So we're just going to move the mailbox. Put some trees. And I think it might be fall in my game, so that's why that one tree kind of keeps going red. So yeah. But I kind of liked it, so I left it. I'm not going to put much stuff out here. Like, there's no grill, there's none of that. I did not put a keg out here. I wanted to leave it open for whoever downloads it to be able to truly put what they want, because I don't think that the person who owns the house is going to have a keg in their yard for parties and stuff. I think that that's going to be something the students add in. So yeah, and then we're just going to do some terrain paint. I do get like a little path this way. And then just going to do it around, but I'm not going to make you watch all of that. That is indeed the house. As I said before, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is Thundera Shadow. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.